Food security continues to be an issue of concern in the BVI. Many were taken by surprise and even shocked having walked into Tortola's two main supermarkets over the past weekend to discover shelves being void of produce. This was the state of affairs at both Right Way food markets and Walmart superstore. Starting on Thursday afternoons through to Saturday, it's usually a jostling of customers at the cashiers at both stores as persons try to cash in their cartloads of produce to take them through the week. But last weekend, that was not the case as persons were left in a quandary as their favorite fresh produce just could not be found. Some resorted to canned foods, but for others, they chose to play the waiting game. JTV News reached out to the management of Right Way, who said that they have been grappling with a number of issues, most of which started following Hurricane Matthew.
It's a multiple problem which has happened over a few weeks. The main thing was down to the fact that our boat broke down, so the container broke down, and that was the main issue. And prior to that, we had some issues with the containers that we do get. So they've all gone on top of one another. It's like two or three things all together at the same time. Well, prior to that, the boat has been coming late. To be honest, it's not really sorted itself out much from the hurricane, which was a few months ago. That had a knock-on effect because everything seems to be running a little bit late, but it sort of sorted itself out a little bit. And then they've had some problems with the crane, so mechanical problems, and I think there's been some retraining by the customs team. They've gone to sort of electronic training, so sometimes we don't always get the customs teams to come across as quickly as they have in the past. But all these things have added on to. But the main real reason was that the boat broke down and that delivery just didn't arrive. So that was out, and then the next delivery came late. And again, some of the products that are on those deliveries are perishable. So we can't always offer them for sale because they're not really of good standard. So we have to either get rid of those, destroy them, and claim for those, and so it all adds up. But hopefully, I mean, now we've got the point where we've actually had a double delivery because one's caught up to the other one. So we're now in the other way where we've got probably a little bit too much than we should normally have. You know what I mean?
Nonetheless, the management of Right Way remains optimistic that the situation will improve.
Well, at the moment, touch wood, everything seems to be getting better. But again, you just don't know, especially with it's mechanical. It's down to the boats and things. But normally, we don't have a problem like this. And again, one of the biggest problems is this time of the year is people put extra orders in and bigger orders because it's Christmas. So again, sometimes we get pushed to the back because of where we are.
To vent their frustration, some consumers took to social media as the issue of food security took over the conversation. Popular community advocate Sam Henry was one of several who picked up the issue, calling on the government to take actions that are necessary to alleviate the fear of the territory one day becoming victim to a major food shortage.
Well, I think we've been ever since, I think 6 years back now or 5 years back, we've had a new administration in place. And I think it's their core responsibility now to start looking at food security. We haven't seen any real foundation, real grounds for implementing and putting forth food to the territory. We've seen agriculture, in a sense, died in the past 4 or 5 years. So we've seen greenhouses sitting still. They're growing weed, but it's the wrong kind of weed. They're growing food, but it's for the animals. I think that the government maybe should look at, really involving serious farmers, people who are serious, who are already growing food, maybe bring a few of them together, 10, 12, however many we have, bring them together, formulate some kind of association with them, and the government should be doing this, not them waiting for them to do it. Those who are serious about farming, bring them together, and let's look at all of the different type of products that are viable and that we can grow here ourselves, utilizing the same greenhouse technology.
The empty shelves of last weekend, Mr. Henry said, should be seen as a wake-up call to the entire territory. And while government is working to protect the financial services sector, food security should be of equal importance.